In 2020, two of the most decorated executives in Hollywood and Silicon Valley raised $1.75 billion to build the future of entertainment. They spent it in 6 months. The app they built could only be watched on a phone, not a TV, not a laptop, a phone. In the year the world was forced to sit at home, in front of a TV, nobody thought this was worth mentioning until it was too late. The company was Quibi. The name stood for Quick Bites, 10-minute episodes, premium production, mobile first. Jeffrey Katzenberg, the man who ran Disney Animation and co-founded DreamWorks, had conceived of it as the third screen, not TV, not film. The phone, finally treated as a serious entertainment device. Meg Whitman, former CEO of eBay and Hewlett-Packard Enterprise, came on as CEO. Between them, decades of institutional credibility and enough Hollywood contacts to fill a stadium. The funding was staggering. $1 billion in 2018, from Disney, NBC Universal, Sony, Warner Media, Lionsgate, Goldman Sachs, and Alibaba, among others. Then another $750 million in March 2020. They hired Spielberg, Jennifer Lopez, Idris Elba, Kevin Hart. Production budgets ran as high as $125,000 per minute, roughly $6 million per hour of content. The app launched April 6, 2020, to enormous press coverage and enthusiastic pre-launch buzz. It was, by every measure, the most expensive app in history. There was a detail nobody in the pitch deck addressed directly. Quibi was designed for in-between moments. The commute, the lunch break, the line at the coffee shop, content you'd watch in the gaps between your life, not as the centerpiece of your evening. The problem with in-between moments is that they require people to be somewhere, going somewhere else. 2 weeks after Quibi's second funding round closed, the United States went into lockdown. The commute evaporated, the coffee shop line disappeared, the in-between became the whole day, and the whole day was spent at home, on a couch, in front of a television. Quibi didn't work on televisions. Tiapars. At launch, there was no way to cast it to a TV. No Chromecast support, no Apple TV, no desktop version. The product was mobile only, by design. This was described as a feature. Sensor Tower reported 2.9 million installs in the first month. Katzenberg separately cited 1.3 million active users. The gap between those two numbers was already telling a story the press wasn't quite ready to write. By June, the app had fallen out of the App Store top 100. Katzenberg went on record. The coronavirus was entirely to blame. He would later say that wasn't fair. Nobody asked the obvious question, fair to whom exactly? By October, the projections were beyond saving. Quibi had targeted 7.4 million subscribers in year one. Analysts estimated the actual number was closer to 500,000. The $150 million in pre-sold advertising inventory had been quietly deferred. Advertisers had seen the viewership data and asked for more time. October 21st, 2020. The Wall Street Journal reported Quibi was shutting down. The announcement reached the press before most employees had been told. December 1st, 2020. The app went dark. 175 shows. Thousands of episodes. Spielberg, Lopez, Hart. Gone. In January 2021, Roku bought the entire content library. The price, less than $100 million. A platform that raised $1.75 billion sold its only asset for approximately 5 cents on the dollar. The Hollywood studios, the banks, the tech firms, they all wrote it off. Katzenberg had personally invested $5.5 million of his own money. He moved on. Meg Whitman became the United States ambassador to Kenya. Quibi became a Roku channel, available for free. Here is what nobody put in the post-mortem. The business model was structurally impossible before a single dollar was spent on content. At Quibi's own subscriber target, 7.4 million users, the revenue generated still couldn't cover the content spend. The math didn't work at success. It obviously didn't work at 500,000. The pandemic didn't kill Quibi. The pandemic just accelerated the discovery. Someone ran these numbers in 2018. The presentation went very well. Quibi, hidden capital.